Hey, what's up? My name is iPhong and welcome back to Doki Doki Blue Skies. In the previous episode, I tried my best to actually do the other options and try to think of the worst thing I can possibly done and the good outcomes as well. But they end up with the same outcomes, and I always said to myself that there cannot be just two big outcomes. It cannot be like that. There has to be something neutral, like make both sides both happy, but both sad at the same time. But so far, I don't freaking know. So in this today episode, I'm going to try one last option that I can actually think of, which is doing the same things as the previous episode, but instead behind the scene I already tried to set the pop before the option, because the last time I'm afraid maybe you guys and girls may complain that I skipped too long and people are tired of waiting, and I actually use that as advantage to have some talk. And during the save I did realize the mistakes that I actually go to small restaurant with SAYORI and then go in the therapies each other anyway. So it's basically that when you got lucky actually, then you actually ditch Yuri, but then talking to relationships that does to your Kasan, then you're gonna get your first chance. And if you ditch Yuri and don't tell your Okasan about anything, you just not gonna get a first chance. And as I experienced that in my first run in this storyline, which was my 6th run by the way, and I don't get the first chance for some reason. I tag Yuri along but not telling about the relationship status, and I did two different things, that to ditch Sayori and end up with not so good outcomes. But I don't know. I also think up another option that I haven't tried, and I really feel bad that, man, I had to go all the way back and start skipping a lot again, and which I'm gonna tag Yuri along. As well, I'm also gonna tag Okasan along. So yeah, there's still two choice that comes into my head. But first, we're gonna get into these things, the things that I do behind the scene, the things that I do in the previous episode, which I did Yuri, but still talking about Okasan about the situation. So okay, so let's yeah, offer to join her at therapy this time because I picked this one already. And yeah, it's gonna be the same thing. The difference is gonna be a room. I remember that. So sorry for another skip. I mean, that was not a good preparation, isn't it? So yeah, this can be different this time. I'm not gonna stay in the night this time, Sayori. And word, this is the word right there. I walk you home. Aren't you a gentleman? Well, I'll see you tomorrow, Sayori sweet dreams. I kiss her goodnight and turn around to leave. iPhong? Yeah? Can you stay with me overnight? Yeah, that's okay. Because if you think about it, I also get to make us breakfast in the morning. I like that. As I mentally survey the room, I am shocked by how messy it is. Think that before I knew about all her depression, and she started, she was too lazy to clean everything up. And how little I knew back then. So we say of your bed what you want. Can we both fit on it? I don't know, to be honest. I never stayed with anyone before. There's an awkward silence for a second, makes slightly comical by the fact Sayori hasn't realized the implication of her words. Typical. We're supposed there's only one way to find out. After completing my preparation, I really slid into bed, thinking about the conversation that took place today. There's been a lot of thinking, I suppose. Thinking about it till they get gone a lot worse. Just hope that doesn't change. The bedroom door opens to reveal a sleepy-looking Sayori in her pajamas. As Sayori approaching the bed, I can't help but notice how nice her legs look in those shorts. Won't you be going those pajamas? Nope. Everyone may remember. Suddenly very grateful that I had a blanket covering my body. She slides next to me, pulling a blanket over herself. Slowly she inches over to me and positions herself so that the top of her head lies just below my chin. Resting her head on my chest, she looks at me, move in front with kiss and giggles. As touching proximity, I can hear her heartbeat. Her hands feel soft and warm against the fabric of my shirt. She may be warm, but it doesn't overbearing in the silence. On instincts, I wrap my arm around her body and rest my face on top of her hair. Good night, Sayori. Then I kiss on her forehead, or Yasumi Nasai, to each other's. And yeah, in the previous episode, at that time I totally forgot that there's another option that I totally forgot to pick. Oh, there's skip buttons being blacked out. Thanks. So yeah, I totally forgot there's another option that I haven't been in the previous episode, which is just to tag Okasan's along as well as to tag Yuri's along too, you know. So I mean, video calling with Okasan is actually really cool though. Not gonna lie. And since I got the first chance that, hey, I'm gonna go to therapy with you, so I think it's gonna be like, man, you care for her already, so and we just don't want to ask you anymore. The game just like that, you know. And Yuri got mad. And meeting with Okasan, there's anything different? Going to picnic plans and talking about we went to picnic just because of the mental health, and we get drunk in the picnics, and we end up with I don't sing, I guess. I again forgot to wait, hang on. Let's see what would happen if I censor a don't sing this time. So we're getting drunk and having fun with your friends. I have a feeling that they're gonna stop there, and if you not censor a don't sing, oh god, you're not going to the restaurant, aren't you? Wherever has lemon like in town as so. Hey, look at this way. Friends should tell me anything that people decide with say fine life, say fine way no matter what. So if we add all different university over the country, super easy to stay connected this day, you know what we change and all. During nothing agreement, I think it's safe to say that we're here for another, right? This gentleman agreement which won my heart. Guys better not visit me, not forget, not visit me, yeah. Oh my apologies, Natsu, we didn't mean for the conversation to exclude you. Natsu was our apology. You don't have to say sorry for that, but me. Isn't given here, guys, we talking about that stuff. Not just when I'm finding here, because when we're here, so you don't see why we wouldn't visit you whenever we could next to you. Also, we were able to. As one said, we are rather connected, plus I imagine it would be nice to visit our homeroom teacher again. Natsu is looking at the floor, she looks like she's struggling to say something. I had to guess probably some form of gratitude expression, she never get me great for that. Okay, good, because well, I never ever said as much as you guys, but I had a lot of fun this year, so we're everyone here. So yeah, thanks guys, especially Monica. I know we kinda don't agree on stuff, but you being a great special. Yeah, I agree with Natsu. The classroom will be graded down on how much already. Sorry for not saying how much we appreciate you today. Yeah, very drunk at that time. I'm afraid when I skip, I'm gonna skip a lot. It's okay. When they never right, it's last Sunday, it's I'm busy to run or juggles against everything else going on in my life. I can say it's 100% worth it. Because one bottom for healthy glass. For healthy measure into a glass. The balance when of everyone else with the same. So the sales toast is another year only to script cups and another year. Then plastic getting tickets it. It's sustaining the one house and that the wit that the wine has united with Timmy. The fear SAYORI in my arm and the contents relax. Atmosphere surrounding us is place. Can we be happier? And be kind of picnic all the way to the night. Damn, I'm glad she's being better. Makes two of us. Yes, everyone realizes how much plus need to them, huh? Yeah. Anyways, gang, let's head back. She sat down in bed and found herself slowly drew away into the dream world, or at least it would. SAYORI does break silent. I thought you asking me which for a favor, which involves me having specifically moved. Thanks, and no sorry. I was going to ask, are you doing anything tomorrow? Not to my nose, no. Why? Oh, no reason. I don't sin. Seemingly apparently that's up to something I'm tired to push it though. So instead of going along with Aries, fan of them. Oh, I need to sort some stuff tomorrow. So could you pick me up from my house about 4? Narrowed my eyes to her before realizing she can see in the dark. Yeah, sure. Thank you. Sometimes it makes absolutely no sense, but I'm going not to question it. Good night, Sarah. Good night. So it's not gonna skip on the part that I've been to the fancy restaurant with SAYORI. So I don't sense this time, so the script should be different, right? But if it is not different, how is it gonna got some fancy dress, fancy jazzy, fancy restaurant, and fancy walk in the park? And we share a kiss. Sammy face with tears in the eyes slowly leads her face towards me when we share a kiss. This time I feel entirely different than any other kiss we shared before. Is it because we both finally exclaim our love to each other? Because we're doing the stereotypical things of kissing under the moonlight. Who knows? We break apart, but our face remain close. SAYORI was lower to a whisper, and our eyes remain close. She's still shivering a little, but she's carrying on regardless. I can't believe we're actually in a situation right now. I had dreamed at this moment where we get to say those 3 words. We open our eyes at the same time. I was associated with feel wrong, or it wouldn't match my expectation. I think that's another reason why I was scared saying it too early, but I'm still kind of waiting for the right moment. Because SAYORI is always worth it. It's not something I knew there was something about you back when we first lay on each other, or this girl, always made me feel warm and fuzzy inside, and that never changed, no matter how many years have passed. It took me a long time to realize my feelings. They were confusing. I don't know why I find myself smiling for no reason. The thought that the rain clouds were there. No matter how hard it rained, they could never put out that tiny little ember. The tiny little ember was you, which was always there, and I was. It looks like Mother Nature doesn't care about side of romance. Go away. Soon which you were finally dormant have suddenly burst to life. Can continue this at home, don't worry. They're not a bad idea. I laughed and pulled her close to me, trying to warm her up. One speed power walked on later, and we both back home, still in one room. Luckily, the atmosphere has been disrupted too much. Not much better. Now, what are we saying? She walked up to me and put her hand on my face. Her thumb slowly massage machine and her other hand got up to my hair. I was scared and full of love. When you told me to like me, I had no idea what to respond, and as we saw, I panicked. Smashed frequently, but things are different now. You helped me realize that it was okay to take a chance, that maybe just maybe. What happened isn't something I should hate. And things are on, it's not on entirely perfect, but I'm happy with where I'm at now. You should be sorry, you should be so brave, and you've overcome too much, so much. And that's all because of you. You were once that little ember, but you grew into a roaring fire, a fire that refused to be put out. She kissed me once more. To my surprise, she used her tongue again. Immediately, my heart started to race. I'm very aware that what I must be the last time we kiss like this. This time, there's no one around or interrupt us. Okay, so we do this already. So is it gonna cut down? Kiss her back just as passionately the hunger that sent an audience from back above us. I need you. Close my ear over my arm. There's so much I can say in that very way of showing how I feel. I can hardly hear over the sound of my heart thumping in the chest. Is this really happening? Are you sure? Well, it's very whisper, but the conviction and assurance are so strong that it's almost like she shouted it. Yes. Tentatively, her hands tapping a button in my shirt. Her fingers warm us up against my upper body, and I watched him almost bated breath as she undoes each button. Eventually, she undoes the last one and as we slice the shirt up, I take a deep breath, savoring how her hand feel on my bare chest. Are you okay with this? Yeah. Sorry, I'm just really nervous. That's okay, me too. Turn around, exposing super back in her dress. Only I know what I'm swinging to do. Before I know super down, I kiss her slowly across the back of her neck. Somehow the more likely. Should be that I have no idea what I'm doing, but from the sound, she just made it get walking. You said free, Sayori, able to wake her out of dress. It's a far away from me. I understand why it's so cold. Really dress up and counting see that it's a thing. I can't have a stare at the side in front of me. I have never seen you in this state before. You're staring. Swallow, can you blame me? You look amazing. Flush something right now on her face matches her underwear. As she fumbles from my belt, I had to remember myself that it's really happening. God, I love you since we get practically naked. Standing in front of me doing my belt. This belt I come undone. I wriggle out of my trouser. Now we was staying just a thing, but aware of what happened next. Share another case with the majority of close-up. Being the majority of close-up, the tentative longing we were both emanating along with the fear of serious pains on her chest. There's a tender kind of intimacy in the situation that we both reveling in. It contrasts against the sense of urgency in the moment. The shaking finger I leaned towards Sarah's back. I figured around with sharp things. But as I expected, I have no clue how to undo it. It's like giving giggles. Having trouble, it's not like undoing things, something I have experience with. But these things are 10 Rubik's cubes. They're on. They're on like this. Very sketchy up front, finally come done apple. I said, from home once more. So, I'm gonna turn this on. And I actually censor adolescents already, so I hope. I don't know how much it's gonna cut. If it's not cut, I'm gonna cut this video. So be back. Since I already turned this on. So the difference is that she's not actually taking off her thing. So this one is gray out. The skip button is being gray out, so there's something different. So my breath catches in my throat as if finally comes undone. I pull back so I'm in front of her once more, and in one freak moment her things come free, but it's actually not. So yeah. So what will happen if you censor adult scenes in this? The script is gonna be the same, but the difference is that you're not gonna show me the image and this thing. Wow, it looks beautiful. She giggles slightly as she covers herself up with her arm. Sorry, I know the arm aspect is really so the script is the same. I take her by surprise as I kick her neck, an area that seems to take particularly pleasure from. Feeling a little more daring, I keep going further down. Before I know it, I gently caress her upper body in my hands, while my tongue gently glides over them. or the while I'm playing passionate of kissing over her upper body, just causing her moan to grow louder. It doesn't matter they break just the way they are. Her hands are gently caressing at my hair as I continue kissing her body. And once I started, it almost impossible to stop those urges that have been kept at bay since our first tickle fight. I finally have a free reign, and then if I start up. All my senses are being stimulated right now. The gently kissing as my pheromones, along with a lot of her taste. The sound hormones the size of her body is almost sensory overload. It's not unpleasant in the slightest. As they look her in the eyes, wordlessly she slips out of her final autograph, closing in her body and follows suit. Now we both truly exposed. She feels memorable, but after all, who wouldn't when they are naked? But be serious, not vulnerable would be a wrong word. I feel safe and intimacy between us is why one cocoon. Silence stretches on for what it feels much longer as we take sight each other in. The gentle curves of her hips, the smooth under of her skin, how puffy and shapely her upper bodies are, along with the enduring shy expression on her face. This might be no idea, but it's clear that she's just as nervous as I am. Most of all, I actually quite seeing her like this, in such an exposed, intimate state. There's a slight air of awkwardness, but I guess this is given. At least we can share awkwardness with each other. Wait, I don't have any, not so what is then reaches into a pocket of dress, pulling out for a package with an eyebrow. What? It's like I just like to plan ahead little. It is an oppressive given situation we're in. After fumbling around for a few moments we said, at this point the raging hormones have decided to take over. I gently push her down toward bed with my lips never once separating from hers. She understands my intention only complies so we sleep down. That's a really good idea actually. So instead you showing me the still image, you black out the games and then you still leave the script like this. That's really nice. I mean that's clever actually because I sing down with her, resting the man was on the side of her with my hands on the other side in her face, my waist resting on my elbows as I slowly and leaning over myself so that I'm positioned between her legs. I'm intently thumping her cheeks as I do so, her eyes flutter open and close. Eventually, I'm writing in the right spot. She gives me a tiny yes of nods. It's small, but I can read what it said. I'm ready. Doing my best to ignore how loudly my heart's beating, I start to slowly insert myself inside her. She immediately gasps. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. She just didn't know what to speak. I guess I would like. She closes her eyes more, breathing in heavily. No, it's fine. Keep going. She wound her arm around my neck and smiled up at me. It's okay. And about her resuming in my position as I slowly insert myself into a much more voice and pressure shoot through my body. And this one wave sensation is completely foreign to me, but it feels like absolutely incredible. I involuntarily let out grunt as this feeling courses through my veins. Searing most with satisfaction swimming slightly underneath me. As I push further, her course hormones grow louder. I'm all the way inside her at this point, and the feeling has grown stronger and stronger. Sarah slowly starts moving her hips to match the rhythm that I'm using. Her movements seem perfectly with mine, causing my breathing to become rack. I never experienced anything remotely as satisfying out seeing this in my entire life. All the while, Sarah's upper body is gently heaving up and down. The spots are invisible on the surface of her skin, and there's a flush visible on her face. She biting her lips and pressure in the sides of which spurs me onto trying going even faster. That's incredible. Every push inside her feels like heaven. It's not just me feeling this way, as I can feel. Sarah was right down my back. And it doesn't hurt or anything, and I'm glad that she's enjoying this as much as I am. Eventually, I started feeling some kind of build up. I know what's coming and it reached trust. I can feel my limit rapidly drawing near. Sarah, I stop now with my final trust and finally surrender. For a few months, I lose control of my body as a way of pleasure growing to dizzying levels. Sarah also cried out as her body shuddered as well. That moment was lose control, surrendering in myself and nature. A moment they silent, broken only by sound of panting. I roll up Sarah, breathing heavily, a last sheet of sweat scrolling before us. Not surprising, when the intense body heat we were sharing. I sit up, briefly disposed the thing as Sarah slips her thing back on. I guess it's still later circumstance as my theory at her assistant to me, particularly after a climax. It feels like incredibly intimate to have her this close to me. I don't know what breaks silence. I can say that's it to me. I found as if they were wearing a thing. I love you. I love you too, Sayori. It was absolutely incredible. She giggled softly. It really was. Silence again. It's not uncomfortable though. I'm trying to rack on my brains for what I was saying most. I think it has been the best day in my life so far. Mine too, Frank. Mine too. The dreamy tone in the voice makes me smile. Oh, sorry, you're perfect literally. This isn't a single thing about you. She opens her mouth to burst tears. Or sing honest things. I know what she's going to say. Yes, even your depression. I've been so surprised you've come such a long way. I'm opening up to me, agreeing to therapy, even eventually having the strength to do it alone. So happy that I'm able to have been by your side. I know we've only been together for 2 months, but it honestly feels a lot longer. Just silent for a moment. I don't know what to say, but I really don't. Except thank you, I love you. I couldn't have imagined doing anything without you. You're the best boyfriend a girl could ever ask for. I'm nothing special to you. No, you really are. I found you just do more to see. You always need to caring and loving towards me. Since day one, you always make it too much put a nice smile on my face. Something you always succeeded at. You also share my light in the light, and that stands to guide me to darkest day. It's something that I was so grateful for. You haven't just given me a reason to smile, but give me something I thought I lost. Give me hope, actual genuine hope, and maybe just maybe things might be okay. And that's how the adult scenes being censored. And we're back to the situation. The ending credit. So, man. So, it's just either way. Honestly, the place you sleep with Sayori. So, yeah, it's either way. I mean, that's good to know, I guess. But I think a lot of people would agree that hey, it's better to stay the night than just go, sleep together, but not in the own house. So, damn. I'm really curious who's the artist for the adult scenes. But the way they censor the adult scenes, but they still able to do the adult scenes, the script, that's absolutely clever. And I kind of have a suspicion that hey, the language is clean, it's not as strong. So, okay, they're actually doing that, but in a very good old ways, like using a blackout for the screen and then continue the script, which is absolutely nice. And the part that you not actually take off the things wearing on top for females to actually censor the adult scenes, which is totally fine. I mean, most games has to do that anyway. So yeah, I mean, I'm really curious who's lost the adult scenes. I mean, I'm curious. Selfie, but I'm not gonna end it here yet. The last thing I'm gonna do, I'm sorry if I skip a lot is episodes. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, it's just frustrating for me too. But I totally forgot to have this option. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna skip again. And what I'm going to do is trying to go full force as just tax everybody instead of staying as silent as I can. I mean, every time going back with the skip button sing the lollies. Let's tackle around then. I mean, it's really interesting. I mean, we've been through that before, like in the very first one in and the storylines, which actually my 6th run by the way. So far I've been what 7 run complete, 8 run complete. I mean, I don't want to count all the short bad ends actually. So I'm gonna tell everybody. So Yuri getting tagged on, asking Okasan, and let's see if there's anything. So let's see if there's anything happen. Also, just gonna basically join the therapies with her. Simple as that. But it's just not right. There's so far no neutral ending, and it's just I don't having it. I'm not having it. Tag Yuri in. So far nothing is different yet. I mean, really suspicious by now. There cannot be less ending like this. So if that's so gonna make it like 7 ending for me actually. And so far, yeah, my first run, second run, third run, fourth run, and fifth runs, I think it's better than my 6th run, 7th run, and 8th run actually. I'm sorry I had to say that, because Natsuki is basically like have neutral endings. Like it has kind of the bad ending, but also at the same time it has a good ending but not that good. But then there's neutral ending as well. So as I remember, my first ending that I think that it's a neutral ending, because it's when nothing good good outcome actually. And yeah, my second run is my bad ending in Natsuki's route. And man, honestly, it just honestly you don't know that. Honestly, like it just you don't know what's gonna happen to Natsuki at that time. So I'm gonna think it's kind of the bad endings in my second run. And my first run, yeah, also Natsuki route, but it's neutral ending, and I got kind of pissed off. So it's still the same. This one is either way, honestly, I'm telling you. So my third run is actually quite better, so I can say it's a good ending. It's like a neutral ending, but there's a lines from Natsuki that make it the ending good, which is like, hey, we still want to be together, don't be too physical, okay? So yeah, I think that is a yes. Then I tried the fourth run and the fifth run, and it's a big ending actually. Honestly, those two big ending, they're gonna make you angry and happy at the same time. And yeah, back to my 6th run, which is my first run into the storyline. I want to I feel like my first run, because I don't know anything about storyline for series at all. So I was like, wait, it's so weird that I got a good ending, in the very first try. So and then from my 7th run, got the bad ending, which is the worst ending that I can guess. So I'm really curious to look looking forward for the neutral ending most of the time in the previous episode, and it doesn't end well. So I'm still trying my best to actually looking for the outcome, at least anything. Oh yeah, still don't forget to do this. Some unfortunately, sorry, creator who made this mod. I mean, you should have done better actually. And I don't see us blackout. Yes. Just give me reason to smile. Give me some private loss. Give me hope, genuine hope that maybe just maybe it might be okay. Yeah. Good grief. Well, there goes my 6th run. There goes my 7th run. There goes my 8th run in the previous episode. I can say that this is my 9th run. Yeah, I feel disappointed. I mean, good storyline though, but it's just too straightforward in my opinions. They could have make it better. They have to make more outcomes, like they did in Natsuki Round. But I don't know if this storyline that have only 2 outcomes, then maybe, just maybe, the last characters I'm going to pick Yuri may have a bunch more outcomes, so which is I'm really concerned for. So no matter what I pick at the ending, I'm not gonna lie, you pick that hey, you messed up. God dang it, honestly. If you pick that hey, you're going alone, I mean, well, she passed away. But if you pick that hey, I'm going to a therapist with you, everything just being easy like that, I'm totally disagree about this. It cannot be easy like that. I did talk about this before. Depression is a serious thing. It's not a stupid thing, and it need to be dealt with multiple people, especially your friends. And then when I got the worst ending, that depression is gonna come to me, and I had to react different to the rest. I cannot get angry at them, which is uncalled for. I'm telling you. So honestly, I really want to mess around with this actually, and it just I mean, a lot of you guys and girls would really like to mess around with the skip buttons, and you know, after finishing the storyline from these characters, I think that a lot of people will feel disappointed that that they can't find neutral ending and they only get 2 big endings. They could have done better by changing the script when Sayori passed away, and they could have done better when I mean, they do care about talking about relationship status to Okasan, but it just, I don't know. They even do the choice that to stay a night or not, but they could have done better, like hey, you don't stay the night, and it just bad. Honestly, it's bad. And yeah, the storyline is perfect, but it have to be better. I can say that, man, you cannot always rely on the final choice that hey, you mess it up like that. You can't do that. So so far the game has some good side and the downside, good side and the bad side. So Natsuki routes, my first, second, third, fourth, and fifth run are amazing. Storylines absolutely perfect. Police station involved, and then there's actually really interesting talking about parenting actually, and this Sayori route we have interesting talk about depression, which I both these are both topics I really want to talk about because it's basically the things that we seen in everyday life. But it's, even though it's not a big point, like it's not many people like would care a lot for it, but it's just really interesting topic that people really need to consider because parenting, you have to face it in the future. What happens when you got a family, and you really need to build up the new generation, build up the next generation to be a good student, to be nice, to behave well, and especially avoid them to do anything harm. Actually, that's a really important thing that you really need to consider at. So yeah, parenting's tough. I mean, I get it. I have a lot of my younger sibling. I'm not gonna lie, and it's just second chance. Oh yeah, see, second chance. Some second chance actually. Oh, don't forget about this as well. And yeah, it's really nice to for the game give a second chance. Thanks, by the way. But however, if you don't pick well at the beginning, you don't get a first chance. I mean, everyone has a first chance, but when you screw up the first chance, that's when second chance comes in handy. But if you pick in the beginning that doesn't have any first chance, the end of the game is your first chance and the first and only chance. And fighting happens. So the game's asking me to just at least once be there for Sayori. And yeah. Oh well. I guess. I like the storylines, but I'm sorry, I feel a little bit disappointed. No neutral ending. Good grief. So, damn. Telling everyone about it. At least one time to be there for person who has depression. Honestly, in real life, it's not actually work like that. You have to be there as much as you can. You cannot be there just once. So when the game give me a first chance, yeah, thanks. And I think maybe okay. Same thing, like this. But I'm sorry, games. It, if you're asking me that to be there with a person with depression just once, sorry, in real life it's not like that. In real life, it's that hey, if you got the first chance in the games, go to the therapist with her right at the beginning. That's the awesome things that you can do. If you don't get the first chance in the beginning of the games and say that hey, it's a deal that you have to deal by yourself or it everyone tag along and it gives you a chance like that and yeah. So honestly, like the way they trans that hey, depression can be spread is up to you, but honestly for me it's a whole problem actually. They really need to do better on the storylines in this character, because telling about depression or not to tell about depression is play a big part, because it depends on if it's too late to help the victims or not. So what I think it would be better that they should have done is to improve the bad endings and not just the bad ending but also the good ending as well. The good ending is you don't need to show the adult scene when you get the good outcomes. Honestly, like a neutral ending, like it depends so much on whether you should tell the victims with your family members, with other people about it or not. And it's gonna be in least it's still not so good. I mean, it's still good, but it's still neutral ending, by the way. So at that point, you just only show me the end and not ending credit. That's it. Just like you did in Nasuki Route. I mean, I'm sorry, I really want to mess up with and the games. I'm not gonna lie. And it just honestly the reason why I'm just keep doing this is disappointing and not having a neutral ending. And I haven't seen. I don't know how what people is gonna talking about how they deal with this storyline, and I'm gonna guess with the bad ending, people just gonna say that oh my god, it's so dark. It's freaking dark. So and they don't care much about how the mod could improve better. So that's the things that I'm really more concerned. I mean, since the mod already been done, same things happen I see so far. The fights, telling mother to go away. Sad. Let's break up. Silence. Yeah. Wait, this thing I really want to see. Sharing with everybody. Is the script gonna be different, or you just still roasting these three, blaming these three? If you dare to blame these three and you're not gonna say that we miss Sayori too. I don't talk much in the funerals. Hey, can we at least uh, when we have free time, can we meet that place again? I really want you guys and girls to see that. I want to talk to Sayori more and admit that hey, this is my fault. That's it. And if the game stare me, let the game mad history again. I'm not gonna read the script. I'm sorry if this part I'm feeling really silent. I'm just disappointed. Don't wanna hear it. You still get mad. You get mad, isn't it? Yeah, skip button said it all. Skip button said it all. All the same thing. No matter what you do, the ending choice gonna get you everything. It's gonna get you a big outcome. Anything. Echo, 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 echo inside my head. I'm not gonna rate this 10 out of 10. Kinda disappointed. Less ending, they could have done better. I don't want any music, honestly. So, pretty long talk about this. I swear to you. I mean, I did talk a lot during I'm messing with the skip button. I'm not gonna lie. And at the end of the day, I can say that it's official. I'm already in Natsuki route. I'm already in Sayori route. And it just, only left with these characters. But since this character has only two big endings, no neutral ending, I'm really worried about this. Why if there's what 7 ending, 8 endings, 5 endings? I'm really worried actually. If you guys think girls know if there's other endings for these characters, please don't comment in the comment section down below. Please don't. I want to experience by myself because I pretty know for sure that you guys and girls will blame me that hey I cannot find the neutral endings. We know better than you are, but man, I just want to first experience the game for freak's sakes. Well, I don't know. Once I finish Yuri route and the extra, then I'm gonna wait. Here are the manga scenes that unfortunately that couldn't make it into the complete mod. So I'm guessing that is the script that when I could end up pick Monica. I picked Monica, but Monica said that hey, I can work it on my own. So I think these trees will come in handy, but not now. Actually, not now. There's still one character left. So it just oh my god, disappointing. Why I feel honestly disappointed. Yes, good ending. I don't see, and bad endings give me disappointed. And I mean, for my sixth run and my seventh run, which is my first and second run into the game, I was thrilled. I was happy to see that hey, the game can give me that the massive outcome like this. But honestly, good grief. I mean, at least I don't think censorship you make in this game is clever. I'm not gonna. It's really clever, and I have been actually thinking of being blacked out while doing the adult scenes, and the script just still going on. I mean, I still give you a credit for having the script still having a clean language actually, because my other blind gameplays like Necoparas Volume 1 and 2, I don't know about Volume 3, but they have strong language which make these social medias just feel unhappy about it and give me yeah give me strikes, and they don't tell me a reason, and they give me a strike that hey, these videos violates the community guideline rules, and they just only said that they don't give me a reason, and I check the videos again, and it's it censor everything. I even use my full face cam to cover it. And what lets up, I think, is because of the script. The language of the script maybe made, uh, you know, this social media happy, and I did a bunch of appeal, and so far I only have well, one videos of my Nicoparas blind gameplays being approved, but it being age restricted no matter what. I'm totally fine with it. I'm gonna edit the video out with H animation come up anyway, and I got one actually from Necopara's Volume 1 blind gameplays. One of the episode got deleted. I made an appeal, and it's really nice. It been brought back, but another episode of my Necopara's Volume 1 blind gameplays got totally deleted, and gave me a false strike for that, which is so uncalled for. I make an appeal for them for weeks, for months, they don't reply. I got so pissed. So actually I don't know what to do actually. I lucky enough I still got the footage, the full footage, still having my face cam censorship in all the time anyway, and luckily I downloaded the videos before it was got deleted, and don't know what to do with it. Should I publish it again, or should I gonna publish re-upload but the H animation off? I don't know. Either way, it's gonna make you guys and girls angry. This social media is not happy. I don't freaking know, man. And yeah, so it absolutely makes sense, but I don't know. I would actually uh, someday I'm gonna go back to this character. I don't know about this storyline just yet. I really appreciate if you guys and girls not spoiling anywhere. Uh, uh, I mean, I want to experience this thing totally blind, and I don't know. I'm really worried about these characters. This character maybe have like more ending, isn't it? Because Natsuki have 5 endings, and Sayori I have only 2, which is disappointing for me. But if you really ever have like 8 endings, or 7 endings, or 6 endings, I swear to you, I don't know who actually. It's gonna be hilarious, and series story is really interesting, and a lot of people will hate me to compare the characters about the looks, about the storyline. But I think that I have to say sorry to Natsuki this time. Sayori storyline is better, but it could have been better. Really be disappointed, but Natsuki's storyline is also interesting because it's something that most Asia has to deal. Series and storylines is also the same thing. The thing that most Asia uh, uh, has to deal as well. But however, it's also happen around the world actually. Natsuki bring I don't know some countries they have strict laws to protect the kids, so I think it might be better. But for Sayoris, it can be happen at anywhere. I'm telling you, because even though some a lot of countries they do have a hotline for preventing not living and preventing depression is still basically not that easy because for ourselves, do we have enough guts to go the hotline? Because more like people were afraid that hotlines have police, militaries, doctor, nurses involved, and they gonna ask themselves, will they get arrested for that? Will they get into trouble for that? The most important that is really hard because it's based on guts. But it's based on our guts, and it's also the same thing with Natsuki, but and not kind of much because a lot of people they do have online for protecting children, protecting kids, but they not likely being approved as much as um, depression prevention or crime prevention or something. And it's not as serious as that, but I think both of the storyline is a really serious topic and I really want to talk more about it. But I think that I feel bad for Natsuki's storylines is because I'm really afraid that she has a stereotype which is uh, acting cold, but in deep down at heart, not exactly mean it, which is not getting used by many people in real life because I can get trouble by that too, because when I was in secondary school and high school, I deal with a lot of girls with secondary types before. And I think that attitude is not gonna be fit perfect when the next generation being aggressive as well. Because when I'm really sorry if I being too picky on picking my types of girls, but I'm not good at dealing with girls with aggressive attitude because most people would think that their children in the future they really need to have their fun times. They really need to build up their mental. They really need friends. They want to live for a while. That's one thing. But being aggressive types of girls, it makes them start to be selfish, and it seems that don't like kids to have same fun as you are. So it really unfair. So it's just my opinion, and I like Cinderella girls, but to be honest, dealing with a lot of girls being that aggressive, no thanks. And yeah, seriously, with Sayori ties with full of depressions, and it's gonna be like the type of person who asking too much. Like for example, we all been into this situation before, right? And most male have to bring females to the shopping malls to basically fashion. They take it so long trying every single clothes, can decide, and then takes and, out the wallet and destroy it. And I do. My family members actually into fashion to the point that they buy a lot, and to the point they cannot even travel by themselves actually, because um, during busy season we need to travel light. We need to protect ourselves with masks, hand sanitizers. I mean, for people who want to change the settlements and bring a lot of clothes, lot of uh, objects, it's totally fine. But trying to get less clothes with you, because uh, even though clothes are not cheap, it's the things you wear every single day. Things are on you change every single day. But when it comes to the point that if full of the closet, it's not gonna fit your suitcase. It's not gonna be safe for you to travel. I'm telling you, they do have the suitcase and weight limitation for a reason, And even though lots of people don't care about the suitcase weight, suitcase weight actually. Yeah, they don't. I mean, I can say the weight because who knows when you travel too much that you totally don't pay attention on the weight of the suitcase, and you had to leave something behind, and it's becoming a waste, and it's sad. You mean you're gonna lose stuff that you will feel more precious with. It's not okay. And I mean, I can say both males and females they do ask for a lot of things. They did waste a lot of money for that. But what I believe, I can say, I'm sorry, girls, you waste a lot. I mean, you waste a lot for fashion. We boys, we waste for gamings. But to compare with the amount of how much you waste, I'm sorry, girls, you are irresponsible. As much as I really hate to say it, but you need to cut down the amount of clothes you wear. I mean, when you're wearing outside, don't be so bashful on wearing formal stuff. You're just gonna wear some fancy fashion. I'm not too much fashiony, but just wear something that you normally wear at home to go outside. That's it. That's what normally I really want to do in everyday basis. Well, there'll be some people will say that, hey, I'm wearing like homeless person. I mean, just let them talking trash whatever they want. I don't freaking care. And just basically just wear something that you feel most comfortable. But please don't be too fancy. Don't be too much of the expensive clothing outside, because that's the mistakes that most girls always does. That they one day they go shopping, I want to buy this fancy dress. I really want to buy something expensive so they can wear every single day outside. But it's just for show off, and just so man. That's the thing I don't like for girls going shopping, fashion. Having to wait for them for a pretty long time. I hate those types of people, man. I mean, it's totally fine to use your brain before you buy something, but trying to be as quick as possible with you, please, only guy. So, yeah, for these characters from the original game, it was hinted that she was yandere type. In the section that it's just only Monica waiting for really long sections. She also explained about tsundere types before, but now it's yandere types. So a lot of people make jokes about loli. Actually, I mean, it's appear in the games, and I did talk about this before. And you make jokes about loli or lolicons, but you need to be careful in real life because it's illegal actually, and it's being a lolicon is illegal, and a lot of people say that hey, just we want to have a spend time in jail at least once, but that's a biggest mistake you can make in entire life because just some country if you're being a lolicon you're gonna be in prison for the rest of your life. You're never gonna see your parents. You're never gonna see your friends. You're just gonna basically stay in cells for the rest of your life. And if you did even worse, I mean, it can end up you get into the one-way ticket to the funeral. Actually, you don't want to end up like that, would you? So about the yanderes, I heard there's a lot of games related to yandere, but is not safe for youngster. Actually, is bloody, is gory, is I really don't want to actually play any of them in my channels ever. I mean, they interesting, but it's just is this safe to be on social media? And yeah, even so, my home country in Vietnam, we also deal with these problems. And it even comes to the point that if you cursing, saying bad word on social medias during the recording or live streaming, you're gonna get fined and you get into a lot of troubles. You're gonna lose a lot of money, which there has to be a long talk about this because I think that is not a good solution for that because some type of games you need to get the curse word or bad words being involved to make the games more competitive, more intense. Imagine you're playing horror games and then you in the heat of the moment you have to curse actually you have to say bad words in that scenarios but of course if you and have a good endurance on trying to change the language of the wording that's actually good and that's what I mostly do every single day and in the videos as well when I'm playing any type of games. And even though the script they have strong language, I try to change the language for myself and not talk too bad, not being too aggressive. And yeah, that's the things. And I really like how visual novels, even though we hint to adult scenes, they still able to clean the language of the script, which is totally nice. And for those who are not into the adult scenes and want to be safe on social medias and really don't want to experience fully to the games, the way they censor adult scenes was actually clever. And yeah, this is a really good mods for Doki Doki literature clubs as original games, and Doki Doki Blue Skies, it could have been better. It's a good mod, but it could have been better. That's what I'm saying. I mean, uh, uh, um, I did not study computer science coding before. It doesn't end well for me. But I mean, changing the script is maybe tough. I'm not gonna lie. I mean, a lot of people would think changing the scripts that hey, you just only typing the scripts. You already wrote in paperwork, and then you put it on the coding. But when you're getting inside the game main industry and there are a bunch of coding words, you're gonna miss out. You're gonna mess it up. And especially what I know from gaming industry that they have the application to connection to make a result, to make an outcome. Like for example, you uh, playing as a main protagonist and into uh, each storylines, and you pick an options, and then you have to connect the choice of the options and trying to make as many outcomes as possible. I mean, I don't know. Is there credit in the help files being opened in your browser? Mm, really? I really want to see credit because um, I'm curious who's in charge on Nasuki route, who's in charge on Yuri's route, and who's in charge of Sayori route. That is makes it more important actually, because who knows what if people in charge of that character's route doesn't have much people involved. Yeah, god dang it. So yeah, the help button is basically from the original game's readme actually. So it doesn't need to be shown actually. So if only they can change the help buttons to be at the original websites uh, of Doki Doki Literature Clubs as well as the Doki Doki Blue Skies, it would be amazing actually. So yeah, so the help buttons I uh, found out. Why don't you lead the help button to the Doki Doki Blue Skies website instead? I mean, good God. And I did say before, music soundtrack are absolutely amazing, and so far I get pretty much lots of stuff. But oh, it makes sense. So it has the main menu differences. No wonder I found it. Wait, the interchange. So that's a lot. Well, this songs being sung anthem for the adult scenes. That's what I'm thinking. So what I'm thinking is there's you know after I finish this character's route, I'm gonna actually doing something that may be confusing because I really want to mix it up. Like what happened if right in the beginning of the games, you pick either Yuri or Natsuki. So in the poem, you pick um, the opposite of the very first day, and then after the first fight, and you pick the second characters, and the third time will be the third characters. So I don't know. And then when it comes to who doing the weekends, I mean you have to pick one of the three, right? I mean, let's see if there's anything different because you pick all of these trees, and yeah, I don't know. I mean, there will be a lot of storyline in this game. I'm super excited to find out um, blindly actually. So that's a lot of talk actually because it's really interesting talking about parenting, talking about depression, talking about storylines. So yeah, I did really worry about these storylines. I don't know when I'm gonna get to it, and they're gonna get a different act actually. As Natsuki, as I remember, the act is just basically trust, I guess. I I cannot remember actually. And you in the relationship, I mean, you really need to have trust. That's important things when you deal with these characters. But these Sayori characters is easier to remember because it's connected, like the past, the present, the futures, and into the unknown. It's like connected word to the sentence, so it's easy to remember. And Natsuki's act is just simple word, so sometimes simple, but it's really hard to remember. But I don't know about Yuri. I don't know, but yeah. So anyway, so far I can find out. Uh, I finished fourth run for the series route. So far I finished my first run, second run, third run, fourth run, fifth run, sixth run, seventh run, eighth run, and ninth run. So yeah, kind of disappointed that we cannot make it to Magic 10, but of course that could change. The Magic 10 run will for Yuri's first run, my first run actually, because we only have her left. So yeah, and I guess that's it. Also, our yeah, gallery, really nice of them to actually do that for us. Thanks. And I mean, behind my face game in the previous episode during the dawn scenes, Sayori seems really happy, you know. And then I'm really surprised that there's Drew as well. I mean, I'm really curious. I mean, it would be better if you could put credit in the main menu, but I totally understand that you don't want to do that because it would be better to finish the games and then we're gonna let you know the credit, or else it's a spoiler. So that makes sense. So your choice. Want to show credit in the main menus or not? It's up to you. I'm not gonna blame you for that. I only here to enjoy the games and talking about the storyline, talking about the graphic visual. I mean, talking about the graphic visual, as much as many people hate the bad endings, I love the way they make the rain atmosphere, rain particle, the dark skies. I mean, it's relaxing, but to be able to build up the atmosphere out of it, I really like that. I'm telling you, I'm not gonna lie. And also, they could have done more sound effect, and there's a little bit of delay on having characters shock. I mean, they did improve for that. And I did talk about background suddenly change, and some scenario works and some are don't. Especially that as I remember from my sixth run, that people just change background more rapidly in the other scenario, which at first I think that it wasn't right. And the only part that remembered when the background changed rapidly is when Sayori refused to go somewhere on the Valentine's Day and tell me to hey, it's not today. I really need times to break. So can you just leave? And then the background image pops rapidly, change rapidly, which is that is things that I really like. So um, yeah, I did said it before in Natsuki route. The games could have been better. I mean, based on storyline, Natsuki is already perfect as they are, so you don't need to change anything. The only things that you can change is to add more sounds effect. That's it, and trying to build up atmosphere. And for example, like you do add red liquid, the cuts, the blood in the bad endings in these characters. But what if we're gonna do the same for Natsuki instead? Because that, I mean, for those who into movie too much, they would gonna think that these characters they gonna be actors in the games. Like for example, the Natsuki is just gonna lie down there and then play that, and then and she basically just lying there like she's sleeping. She doesn't have anything that to make her face look red. And when the scene's over, it's like and cut, and we all wake up, and then we gonna happy life anyway. But yeah, for those who into movie for too much, people would think that most characters in the games are actually paid actors or actress. But yeah, honestly, I do watch lots of movies, film, but when I'm playing game is a whole different story because I'm mostly playing games that it makes me want to think, it makes me want to discuss, it makes me want to say that hey, how the game goes. So yeah, I can say that uh, it's been a long talk. I'm sorry about that, but I really want to share my thoughts for many things actually, and yeah, um, storylines from Natsuki route, parenting's really interesting. It's not stand out, but it really should be because it's a serious problem that most Asian countries they are dealing with, and there are even countries that they think physical punishment is the way to educate uh, youngsters. Is totally not fine, and I think this need to be spread. It needs to, hey, that's the problem. You need to fix. You need to learn more about parenting. And I mean, in USA and in Vietnam, we have different ways of parenting. We do even have different laws as well. So laws are really important things that to show that, hey, do the government care about you? So yeah, the same thing with Sayori's route about depression. Yeah, we do have laws about that, but it just it's just so dumb. Like for example, in Vietnam, it's like, hey, you call me fat, hey, give me your money. It's just so dumb. I mean, what if we just want to be honest and just say like, um, you uh, you're not my types. I mean, what I can see that you maybe look fat, but it doesn't mean that it just um, gonna make you bashful. I'm telling you. If you're gonna tell people spamming or what that you look fat, you look fat, that's a whole different story. But if there's someone out there being honest with you and they're just saying that, hey, you're fat, but it's not a problem, it's the way you are, and uh, it's a thing that it makes you unique. That's the problem. You also see many celebrities, they're fat, but they're still popular. They use their body figure as an advantage to make them look more entertaining. So it's honestly the fashion they do have laws. I mean, most of them focus on social medias, but for them to focus on real life like that, it's just so dumb. But I don't know. So yeah, it's a long talk. What do you guys think about my opinions on the storyline? So let me know down in the comments down below, and still not spoiling if there's a neutral route, if there's different route that I can take for Sayoris. I really want to experience it myself, and as well not to spoil anything about Yuri's storylines. I don't know about it. I don't even know anything about what's gonna happen to Yuri's. So yeah, honestly, I'm playing this game totally fairly, and no looking at the results on social medias. I think that it's gonna ruin the fun. Not really nice, and I'm still gonna keep going. You know, playing these games for uh, almost every week, but um, for now, I really want to take a week off. Actually, just like I did uh, when I finished next year out, taking a week off with New Year's, and then continue with this salary route. And then now we're done with salary route, and I really need to take a week off, a week or two actually, because I don't know actually what I'm gonna do afterwards to and not making Doki Doki Blue Skies becoming like a routine, because at the end of the day, since we all finished Yuri's route, Monka's route, Mix's route, we're gonna end this game on a good note for like everything, unless if they gonna add something bonus to the games. But I don't know. This is just a mod, so I don't think they're gonna fix much. They do update, but it just not changing the storyline. It's just basically fixing vocabulary and grammar and stuff like that. And yeah, I do also heard another other mod that comes up before Doki Doki Blue Skies, but I still don't know if I should gonna play it. I'm still gonna give it some more thought, but I don't know. Honestly, yeah. That's the end of this episode. As always, please don't spoil it, and it will be interesting. Keep in the comments down below some thoughts about storylines and thoughts about on my opinions actually. I mean, if I said anything offensive in this episode as well as my previous videos episode, I apologize, and it's just my thought. And yeah, I kind of worry about offending females about fashion problems and mm, about the aggressive attitude. I mean, yeah, I'm sorry. I feel bad for foreigners who come to visit Vietnam. I mean, you can see females they curse too. I'm sorry. I mean, we curse a lot and we think it's a friendly way, but it's becoming a habit. It's to the point that it just ruined the next generation. It's just so bad. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. And then next week, I'm gonna take a break from playing this game. A week or two actually. I don't know. I haven't played this up yet. So I'm gonna continue with these characters to see what's gonna happen. But what I'm gonna think of based on series storylines, it's just basically, I don't know. They maybe have the same things, but in a different perspective. Depression in a different way. But I don't know. We'll see how her storyline goes in the future. And once we finish all three characters, we gonna talk like this again because I really like to share my opinions. I really like to share what I think about the games. I really want to share that. Um, yeah, even though it's a good game, but there's something they can improve on. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. As way, hasta la vista. Yeah, I totally missed this, even though I might be forgot every single things. I mean, a lot of things.